What's happening, beautiful people? Good to see you. Welcome back. Nico Arrow, Captain Easy. IFMG, hello. Sir Games, what's up, man? A wordy, good to see you. Mr. Raven, welcome back. Dylan17, good to see you. Thank you for the donation. Wow, bro, appreciate that, man. Big fan. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm so early, that thing just popped up on screen. Let me get things worked out here. Stream's looking good. We're not dropping any frames. Connection is in the green. YouTube is live. Twitch is live. You guys are here. I can see your chat. Big and clear. Perfecto. Camera check. Yes, sir. Let's keep that music going for a little bit. I need to put that on loop for the intro. Yeah. Here he comes. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Alright. Messing with the DJ program, I just screwed something up. Let's get the camera situated as well. Thank you, Raven. Yes, sir, this is my new Blue Arrow Charters TBM 900 livery. Fresh out the paint shop, man. Fresh out the paint job. We're on X-Plane 11 and we are flying 4 Blue Arrow Charters. This is FSeconomy. So links are in the description if you have any questions about any of that type of stuff. But we're gonna move on. So yes, right now we're actually sitting in Georgia, southern Georgia, probably about 50 miles south of Atlanta. We actually on FSeconomy just bought this plane. And this is our first flight ever in our new TBM 900 on FSeconomy, so you know I had to get the new paint job wrapped up, man. I was like, hey, we own this plane now. How about we just put it, we wrap it, you know, we brand it, we make it look good and all that stuff. So that's what we did here. So hope you guys like it. I gotta say, of all of the different liveries, how come I can't zoom in? That's weird. Let's see, hold on. There we go. Of all of the new liveries that I have made lately, this was definitely one of the easiest. Thank you, Hot Start, for making it so easy to do custom liveries. I mean, they have a template already made. You can just go through and recolor it, and that's basically what I did. Didn't do anything crazy special. You see, you got Blue Arrow Executive on the left side behind the door. Got the sexy wingtips. I got my call sign on the back, November 116 Bravo. Let's turn the game sound up, music down. Pretty simple tail end of it. It's in our Blue Arrow colors, you know what I mean? So I like it. I think it looks pretty good. I feel like whenever you get a new livery for a plane, especially when you get your own, or it doesn't have to be your own. If you just get a new livery with your favorite airline, it almost feels like you're flying a brand new plane. I've flown this plane for many hours, and flying with my own livery is a whole nother story. What's up, Dylan? Good to see you. Actually, I already said hi to you earlier. But yeah, man. Pretty happy about that. What's up, Cleveland Robinson? Who else we got? Uprise Snipe guys. What's good to see you, man. Tomorrow will be Friday night flight, yes sir. So definitely come check us out. Come fly with us. I'm assuming it's gonna be military. I don't know if they've officially posted that yet, but they did post something on Instagram about it being with an A10 and whatnot. So anyways, we got some flying to do. We got a couple flights. Let me go ahead and update you on what's the situation right now. That music will fade out on its own. So again, we're in the TBM 900. Right now we'll be doing it's business as usual for the most part. It's just got a new livery. And we'll be doing some flights from Georgia to Florida and maybe a second flight in Florida if we have the time. Alright, let's get this thing fired up. Matter of fact, let's get the GPU plugged in first. Oops. There she is. Alright, GPU is plugged in. This is a super tiny airport. There's not even any 3D scenery here at all or nothing. So the issue is, again, we just bought this brand new plane, right? The problem is it has 7% fuel in it right now, and our next flight is 197 miles. Almost 200 miles from being the TBM. We'd be cruising at 290, and that's not enough fuel to make it. So what we're gonna have to do is refuel the plane. The other issue is the airport that we're sitting at right now is closed, and they don't have any fuel. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, again, these are FSeconomy references. These things only matter in the FSeconomy world. It just basically adds economy to your flight sim. If you want to know what that is, link is in the description. But so I gotta find an airport close by to get some fuel from, so that we can load up fuel. We're gonna get passengers from here. We're gonna be full flight, about 6 passengers, I think, is the most we can fit in this plane, and we will refuel at Kays. It's only 20 miles to the south of here, so it's on the way. I know, right? Gotta love it when FSC FBO owners just don't do nothing. I assume that this one just went inactive and there's nothing here. There's a few planes here, like 3 assignments except for what I'm picking up now, and they probably won't repopulate because this place is closed. So anyways, so it's 20 miles, it's on the way. So perfect. 7% fuel will get us 20 miles, and we'll get there. We won't fill up. We're only going to like 50% fuel for the flight, and then we'll fly the 197-mile flight down to Orlando today in Florida. That's going to be pretty cool. Weather shouldn't be too bad. It looks like some storms just moved out of the Orlando area, so we should be pretty clear there. From there, we may, if we have time, we'll continue from Orlando to St. Petersburg, which is right next to Tampa Bay, Florida. So anyways, to get this thing started, we're gonna move this little lever up, switch that to GPU. You hear the GPU, the tone kind of changes. I love that, man. I love this plane. Like it's just it's amazing. The detail they put into this thing is crazy. Got the Garmin G1000 here, and avionics. Moderators, if you could let people know who are asking about Friday night flight. I don't have any details on tomorrow's flight, so I've already told you more than I usually tell you, and that is that I'm flying in general. So we're gonna be there. Just show up sometime around 1600 Zulu is when I'm planning on streaming tomorrow, and we can have a good time there as well. But if you can stick around and learn a little bit from us here, you are free to do so. All right, that is set up. Let's go ahead and turn on the nav lights, and we need to put our flight plan in, and we need to completely close this door on the left. Payload, close that. We'll close that, and we'll even close the back door as well. I think my flight's already planned, so I'm gonna go to
system test. Okay.
FSeconomy. Wait, is that the right? Yeah, login. There it is, start flight. We should have 6 passengers. Taking its sweet time, and it's freezing. Wow, this never happens. Only when you live stream do the randomest crap happen to you. Your flight has been started, something happened. Check your internet connection to FSC and try again. That's weird. There's no way I have an internet problem because we are actually streaming right now. So let's try that again. Hopefully there's not like an update that just happened. Boom, there it is. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we only have 5. Oh no, we have 6. One of them is 2. All right, cool. Let's do our flight plan. Alright, let's go ahead and delete all of this. Oh, that was my flight I did earlier today. Delete. And alright, so start off here at KAMG. I can't remember the name of this airport. I think it's called Bacon or something, which is a really cool name for an airport. Yeah, it's called like Bacon something. Bacon Co. Alright, so first waypoint is going to be our first stop. We're going to be getting fuel. That's going to be Kays. So I love this little keypad. Just type it. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Y and S. No, no E. I don't want an E. Here we go. Enter. And our next waypoint will be our en route into Orlando. So it'll be Echo November. Echo. Mike. Echo. So I haven't flown in Florida in a while, man. So I'm kind of excited to do some flying over here. When I first started flying on FSeconomy, why won't you hit enter? Oh, it doesn't exist. Okay. That's definitely a waypoint, but it doesn't know it. Alright, so we're just gonna not do that. We'll switch to the next waypoint, which is Eugene. Hopefully it picks that one up. Uniform, Golf, Echo, November Echo. Alright, that one comes through. US Southeast, yes, that is correct. Not Australia. Boom. And then we actually do have an arrival, so we're gonna put in KMCO first. Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar. And enter. And then I believe if I just go to I haven't done this in a while. Menu, yes, menu, no, not menu. Procedure, and then go to select. Alright, check 1 2. OBS completely just crashed on me. That hasn't happened in a long time. That hasn't happened in a while. Can you guys still see me? Can you still see the stream? Is everything working on your end? Yeah, I know it ended. It should be back now. Let me know if it's back for you guys. If you guys can hear my voice, then it must be back. Captain is solving an issue. Do not panic. Last thing you should do is panic. Alright, I'm going to continue our flight plan. Bugs 3 is our arrival into Orlando. Transition is Eugene, but it doesn't give me that option. Let's change it to something else. Where are my charts at? Should I donate? That's not a question you should ask someone. Donations are voluntarily given, not told. So give me a second. I am trying to pull up the Orlando chart. Star, which I thought I already had loaded, but apparently I don't. The bugs. One thing I love about flying into Orlando is that all of the departures and arrivals have like Looney Tunes, like type of names and stuff. Alright, so bugs. Transition is, just give me MP or Shimp. Where are those? We want Eugene. Let's do Shimp. That one is more direct. That might be too far. That might actually be the opposite way. I think that. Yeah, let's do Shimp. Let's see what happens when we do Shimp. Load. Alright, cool. That's in. Let's go to our flight plan again. We'll take a look at the full flight plan now. So we'll go from KAYS to Eugene to Harlow, and then as. But where's Shimp at? I think, you know what? I think it cut it out. It's a smart little FMC. Kuna Matata, yeah, man, good times. I love Orlando. I love flying in Orlando. It's so entertaining. The charts are so cool. All the names of the different waypoints. All right, we're good. We're good. We got flying to do. This looks good to me. All right, we'll hit that. Turn that off and see. Flight plan is planned. I think all we need to do now is set our altitude. For this first leg, we'll probably only go up to 20 miles. I mean, we can probably go like 1-3. We'll do, I don't know. 2,000 doesn't really make sense for our direction. We'll do 1,500. No, we'll do 3,500. Go up to 3,500. TBM get up there pretty quick. Mincy, what's up, man? FSeconomy is a PC sim add-on, so if you don't have X-Plane or P3D, it doesn't really matter what FSeconomy is. Just enjoy the flight. Alright, cool. We're ready to start this baby up. Check our payload. It should say FSE flight active, which is correct. FSeconomy is tracking. We have 6 passengers on board. I think there is nothing else up here. Oh, squawk box. I was going to connect. Squawk box, text window purposes to put that up there. Flight plan today is going to be from KAMG to KMCO. Alternate will be Daytona. Altitude will be 29,000. True airspeed probably be maybe around 310 knots. Will be IFR for the second leg. Will be technically VFR for the first leg. I'm just not gonna file it for the first leg, and I'm just gonna put direct because there's no ATC. So nobody really cares. So send. The flight time will be probably right at an hour long for the actual flight, not including our first hop. To get gas. So we're gonna stop and get gas, or petrol, if how you guys say it in the other side of the world, and then we're gonna head on to our actual route. So let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. GPU is in place. Let's check maintenance stuff, make sure we ain't got nothing broke. Yep, engine looks good. Landing gear looks good. Electronics I can't check it because the crash bar is down. Miscellaneous, we have oxygen is as new. That's perfect. We're definitely gonna need oxygen in this flight. Gonna be pretty high. And yeah, airframe, we're using the November 116 Bravo airframe. Are you buttering bread upon landing, sir? Yes, sir. That is the plan. Get the toaster ready. All right, let's get started. So to start this thing up, all we need to do is go to aux MP to on. And we can actually disconnect the chocks and GPU. I'm gonna switch this back to battery and ignition to auto for 2 seconds. Uh-oh, why can't I click it? My mouse is being really weird. Okay. Wait, don't tell me it's already up. Weird. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Don't be weird today. I've been it's so funny, man. Whenever I'm just flying in general, like I never had these problems, but when I decide to stream it, all of a sudden everything wants to not work. All right, up to the top, I need to press this button. You can hear the auxiliary bypass pump on. Everything else is clicking like it's supposed to. Battery is on bat. Oh, it's the starter. No wonder I'm being stupid. All right, so starter ignition, I think it stays on auto. The starter goes up for 2 seconds. 1, 2, let go. That's what it was. My bad. Oh God. I'm blaming the plane. It's me. All right, watching for hot starts and non-starts. NG is rising. ITT is rising. Actually, no, ITT is not rising. NG is rising though. And we'll go up to low idle. Now the ITT is rising. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. And yes, sir, IFMG, I am working on a weekly schedule going again. This is our second week in a row, I guess you could say, of actually streaming consistently again. All right, I think we're good to go to high idle and light idle. Get my throttle in the right position. There we go. I can see the prop RPM is moving up, torque is coming back down, ITT is stabilizing, NG is stabilizing, and our oil temperature looks good. So that's a good start. Alright, so going up top, we will turn on the aux bypass pump to auto, fuel selector to auto, and AP trims, I think it's autopilot trims to auto. Oxygen pumps, we need those, we'll turn those on. for both us and the back end. Who was that? Thank you, Dylan, for the super chat donation, my friend. Greatly appreciate that. You know what? I think I know why it's cutting my head off in the camera, because yesterday my seat was down when I streamed. So I didn't even notice it. Alright, let's go down to the bottom and we'll turn on our blue. You're feeling hot, start the engine and turn. Okay, whatever. Must be hot in Florida. What the heck, man? I was flying in Canada earlier and it was freezing cold. It was snowing. Alright, I got the AP auto, the bleed to auto, the and then we got, what is this? I can't remember what this is called, but it goes to auto as well. And we'll also turn on the pitot heat, inertial separator, and I guess they're hot, so let me turn some AC on. Turn the temperature to cool. I think, is that to the right or to the left? And oh, one thing we forgot was the generator that goes to manual. All right, and flaps down. All right, let's get it in. We're gonna ignore that it says that it's hot right now. Everything is closed. Chocks are removed. Flight controls are working. Camera views are working. There's no ATC, so we'll just take off. Let's set our altitude. Actually, I'm sorry, that's already set. I'm gonna hit nav. Flight director. Is there a flight director? Yeah, flight director on. And let's roll. Fuel low, I know. Gee, are we that low on fuel? Wow, that is low. We have, wow, I hope we have enough. Alright, we gotta hurry. It said 7%, which was, I don't know how many gallons. That's 22 gallons, but on here it shows 30. Yeah. Yeah, about around that, about 18 total. Alright, so release parking brakes. Down to taxi range. And we will taxi to the runway. What's up, Martin? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're definitely taking off in the wrong direction, but we're just gonna do that today. We'll turn. Alright, November 116 Bravo taking off 15. I can't remember the name of this airport, so I can't call it. Oh my god. Wow. You know what I forgot to do is set the takeoff trim. This is a cool little airport with the trees surrounding it. Oh, you know what? It's just bumpy as heck right now. Wow, it is turbulent. No wonder that takeoff was so sketch. Alright, gear up. And flaps up. 20 miles. Can we make it on 22 gallons? That is the question. If we can't, that is ridiculous. This was the closest airport that I could find that actually had fuel, so if we can't make it, I don't know what we're gonna do with the TBM. But I believe what we could do is kind of climb. This is what I usually do when I'm low on fuel, is I'll get to the highest altitude that I can realistically get to, and then I will so in case I lose the engines and all that, I can glide down safely to the airport that I'm trying to get to. Alright, we can turn our inertia separator off for now. That's gonna raise our torque so we can bring the throttles back a little bit to anticipate that. Wow, it is bumpy. This air is violent right now. Passing 2,000 And 300 right now. Flying it by hand, short flight. Why not fly by hand? What's up, Piloton? Good to see you. Alright, there's 3,500, 1,000 below. Yacht Emperor on, not that we really need it. Like, it doesn't even look that, like, it looks like a nice day. You know, it's partly cloudy. This is overcast up ahead of us, so we will be flying through these clouds. I may actually descend to go below those clouds because we are VFR for this first short flight, and I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Zoom that out. So we are still 12.5 miles out, and I think we're gonna make it. We're looking good on fuel flow, so I think we're gonna make it. We should be fine. I am gonna descend below these clouds because I won't be able to see. The scenery you see around us is default X-Plane 11 scenery. I have not done anything at all with that scenery. And no, it doesn't look bad at all. Actually, I actually like it. And I'm pretty sure, like, I thought about adding scenery here, like, as far as photo imagery, but, like, to be honest, this is probably pretty close to what it looks like. Like, it's not going to be anything special. Just a bunch of farmland in a few random neighborhoods. I'll pull the power back some more. Man, it is violently bumpy right now. Alright, so airport is off our nose about 10 miles, so keep an eye out for that. I've never been there before, so I don't know what it looks like. I do have the chart for it, though. We're going to be landing at Kilo Alpha Yankee Sierra. This is Warcross, Ware Company, Georgia, or something like that. It does have, wow, 1, 2, 3 runways. So that shouldn't be too hard to find. It's actually a pretty nice size airport. Elevation is 140 feet above sea level. So we're going to descend down to 1,500, which will be the VFR altitude for this direction. And it also keeps us safe away from those clouds. What's up, Brendan Dog? Good to see you, man. Glad you're able to make it out. I personally won't be able to make it out to flight with you today, but I'll be flying tomorrow, and I'm actually looking to do some more flights off stream. So, oh, there's the airport. I see it. But I'm gonna go ahead and fly straight in. Wow, I just flew into that cloud that I talked about. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. So we're so low on fuel that it actually cut off the bleed. It cut off the bleed air. Wow, we are really low. It's weird, whenever the fuel gets this low, it trips out. Are we too fast for flaps? No, we're good. Alright. Gear down, we're gonna go straight in. We don't have enough fuel to enter into the pattern, so it's gonna land straight in, even though the wind is still to our rear.
500.
And this might be a bumpy one, guys, so make sure you strap in. It is very turbulent, very gusty in Georgia, apparently. Uh-oh. 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 Wow, you see that? That was not me. Yes, FSeconomy is free. Wow, we are so low on fuel that the engine just almost shut itself off. We gotta get on the ground ASAP before this thing crashes. I would hate to be in this situation in real life. Okay, okay, engine's back up. Wow, look at that. Look at that crosswind. Jesus. Yaw damper must be off for landing. Can you... okay, it's off. Got enough to deal with right now. Alright, there's a float. Ooh, big float. Big float. Big float. Oh, wow. We didn't float half the runway. Alright, we're gonna put it softly, though. Softly. There we go. And left rudder. Sheesh! Okay, okay. Chill out, chill out, chill out. That was a great way. Hopefully we get a better landing in Orlando, because that was horrible. That was hard. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard. That was a hard landing. Like, you think some of these like tough airports are like hard to land at, like these ones with the short runways and these airports in the mountains. Yeah, they're hard, but when you got the element against you, when you got weather against you, it can also give you a pretty difficult approach. So I feel like that honestly was probably the close to the best that I could have done in this situation, especially with the engine going out last minute, having to deal with that. So let's go ahead and park it. Yeah, there's a little taxiway over here. We're just gonna turn down the taxiway, turn back around, and we'll take off the opposite direction. I'm just gonna refuel here real quick, and we'll be out of here. I wouldn't say it was a hard landing, but it was very uncomfortable. I can't believe the engine almost turned off on us. Alright, let's turn it around. So that being said, if you are somebody who flies an FS economy, or just in general, I guess it is this technically doesn't really matter. This doesn't have anything to do with FS economy really. Just make sure you plan your fuel well. Today we had no choice. The airplane was at an airport that had no fuel, so we had to move the airplane somewhere where it does have fuel, so that we can refuel. Ah, man. That's the issue, man, with doing multiple flights and streams, is everybody wants to see the replay. I kind of want to see it too, but I gotta restart the whole plane over again if I do a replay, and then we risk the fact of crashing later. So sadly, guys, we're not gonna watch that replay. We'll watch the next replay. Let's go ahead and shut this thing off. I just don't want to risk X-plane crashing and we have to restart the whole darn sim again. Alright, that's off. That is off. That is off. Fuel selector off. Ignition that stays there. Generator off. I'll switch to GPU power, so we can still have our electronics. And let's turn off that annoying tone. Go to FS economy. We'll do finish flight. That will park our plane at the current airport with our passengers. And all we need to do now is go into the FS economy website. And I'm going to do that on my laptop. And we landed with 4% fuel, 11 gallons is what it says. I'm going to go refuel to 150 gallons. Alright, great. Now we have 150 gallons, and we can re-pick up our passengers again. Alright, cool. Now we got our 6 passengers back in the plane. We now have 150 gallons of fuel. You'll notice that that changed here on the display. This is where our fuel quantity is. Before we were like in the yellow reddish area, and now it says we have 65 gallons on each side. Each wing basically. So now we just need to start it up again and do that. So I'm gonna take the chocks off, disconnect the GPU, and make this pretty quick. Back down to battery power and auxiliary pump to auto, and starter to, wait a second, yeah, starter to on. Now the engine's gonna be hot. It's gonna give us a warning saying the engine is hot because we were just flying it. So what we have to do is we have to let the starter go. So 1, 2. So basically to dry start the engine, or do a dry motor starter, whatever it's called, wait to introduce fuel until the ITT gets below 150 degrees Celsius. Right now it's at 233. If I were to try to introduce fuel now, it would pretty much blow up the engine because it's way too hot. So we have to wait for this to lower itself. Even though the NG is rising, it's okay, it'll stay there. What's up, Jello? Good to see you, man. You flying in Toronto? I just actually literally like an hour or two ago flew into Toronto. They had ATC and everything. All right, so now we're below 150. We're at 119, 116. We can go down here and introduce fuel. Low idle. Now it's gonna raise back up. That's okay. We do want to watch it because it could rocket back up into the red. and that will be really bad. So it's right on that line. There it is. It's getting close, but then it went right back down. So we're good. Thank you, Jesus. Uh-oh. Okay, now, yeah, all right, there we go. We're good. All right, so now we're safe to go ahead and go up to high idle and then flight idle. Perfect. I'm telling you, man, I love the details in this plane. Like, it really is pretty cool. Alright, and that is a good start. We will go back up top, do this all over again. We'll hit the generator to manual, auxiliary bypass to auto, fuel selector to auto, AP trims to on. That's good for the overhead. We never turn the oxygen off, so we'll leave that as is. Then go back down here to our bleeds. So one thing I noticed in that last flight, when you're really low on fuel, it like automatically shuts off your bleed air or something like that. And I think that's what was causing the engine to fail or something. I'm not really sure. Somebody in the comments could probably tell me, because when I did my last TBM video, you guys were extremely helpful at letting me know more information about the TBM and how it works. So I feel like I know. I'm not an expert with the TBM at all, not even close, but I feel like I learned a lot from when I posted that last video. Alright, so I think we are good down here. We are good up here. We'll turn on the landing lights, taxi lights, strobe lights, cabin access lights, panel, turn that on. There's, Alright, that's good. Go flaps down. Inertial separator is now on. It's saying that the auxiliary bypass pump is on. This one should be to auto, not on. I'm gonna ignore it for now. It might go away. All right, so this time we're gonna be climbing up to 29,000, but we're gonna go initial 10,000. 11 actually. We can go initial 11,000. Speed. How do I do that again? I think if I hit flight change mode, yeah, flight change mode, we're gonna change our speed to 150 knots for a climb. Yeah, we'll do that. Altimeter is 2989. And my altimeter was way wrong last time. And this time we'll be taking off on the correct side of the runway. Transponder is still set to what I had it at actually when I flew into Toronto, so I'm gonna leave it as is. If we get ATC, they'll get us to reset the transponder. We will switch to Unicom, which is on 122.8. It went the other way. And there we go. All right, cool. So this will be our actual flight. We just need to come here to get fuel. And now we're gassed up. I feel a whole lot more confident and comfortable in this flight now. All right, we are good to go, guys. You guys ready? You guys strapped in back there? What's up, Mayor? Good to see you, man. Mayor, good week. What is that from? If you're just joining us, we got this brand new Blue Arrow livery on this thing. All right, look at that in the sky. All right, flaps are down. We will release the parking brakes. Click and hold the parking brake button, and then click and drag this, and that will unlock the parking brakes. Hit the reverser switch to go into taxi range. You can hear the engine kind of in reversers. We're taking off of that way. There is no ATC, no aircraft in the area. Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles? Fruity Pebbles, bro. All day. Alright, here we go. Throttle up. Watch the torque. Make sure you don't over torque it, don't take off. Runway 36. Alright, positive clown, gear up. Still kind of a sketchy takeoff, but it is still very gusty out here. Let's turn the flight director on, if it's not already. It was. And nav mode. And yaw damper on. We should be banking to our left. Flaps up. Yeah, it's a very bumpy ride, guys. Last week when we flew the PC-12, we had a lot of turbulence flying out of Monterey. Hopefully it doesn't end up like that today, because we have a bit of a longer flight this time, and it's gonna be really uncomfortable to sit in this little plane with that much turbulence. What's up, Simulate? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Alright, there's 150 knots. We will fly with the flight director. I love this little screen. It has the synthetic vision and all that. That's really cool. So you see those rings up there, that's actually the altitude that we are planning to be at. That's at 11,000. And as you change the altitude, that will change with it. And we're IFR now, so I'm not too concerned about flying through these clouds. They don't look too, I mean, it's already bumpy as heck. I don't think these clouds are going to be any bumpier than what we're already experiencing. How do you get VATSIM? Well, it depends if you're on X-Plane or if you are on P3D or FSX. They have different clients. I can't help you with the P3D FSX side because I've never done that. But on X-Plane, there's a program or a plugin called X Squawk Box. Oh, please tell me we actually hit start flight. Okay, we did. There's a program or a plugin called X Squawk Box you download off the internet, and that's how you get connected with VATSIM online. And Brendan Dog, that is a negative, my friend. I will not be flying on training server tomorrow. But Mr. Top Cap, good to see you. We're still flying it by hand because I just love flying this plane by hand. Alright, we can turn the inertia separator off. We're at 80% torque, so we'll watch it. Make sure it doesn't over torque itself as the inertia separator turns off. Gear is up and indicating. You see that the torque is raising just a little bit. Didn't go that much yet, but it's still moving up. Passing, coming up on 6,000. Climbing through the clouds now. So I did, as far as my weather on X-Plane, I actually went back and reinstalled SkyMax Pro. I was using Ultra Weather, and I actually, the frames were looking better, but to be honest, I think I have come to a decision that I actually really like SkyMax Pro better than Ultra Weather. And I'm surprised that I'm saying that, because I really liked Ultra Weather in the setup that I had. But I think the main thing that I like about SkyMax over Ultra Weather, the main thing, now some of the other weather engines may fix this as well, but if you've flown X-Plane for a while, you know that the weather is really weird. Like whenever the weather updates, the clouds just disappear and they pop back in like really quick. Like you saw it happen when we did our stream yesterday in France. But on SkyMax Pro, it doesn't do that. Like the weather will change ahead of you, but it won't just pop in like that. And that's one of my favorite things about it. Now the clouds don't look too bad either. It's definitely a lot harder on frames. I was getting like 50, almost 60 frames in Ultra Weather with all the objects on, with everything on, and now with SkyMax I'm running like just over 30, and then depending on the combination of what I'm flying, where I'm flying, and all of that stuff, it can drop pretty low, and I have to turn things down, which is the part I don't like about SkyMax. I don't like turning my settings down. I really don't like that at all. Here's 10,000. We're gonna hit autopilot on. There it is. Hands free. We're going to change our altitude to... matter of fact, we're going to level off at 11,000. That's fine. We're going to be in the cloud still. We're going to level off at 11,000, get a little speed. And then we will continue up to our cruise today, which is going to be 29,000 feet. And one thing I love about the TBM is that you can actually fly that high. I love planes, like I love general aviation planes that can actually get up into the flight numbers. That seems legit to me. Our ETE right now says about 20 minutes. That's a lot quicker than I thought. I was expecting like an hour-long flight, but that's going to be a lot faster than I was expecting. It says it right here. Matter of fact, that number is dropping very quickly as we speed up. Bowlegs 901, I'm flying your plane. Am I really? Cool, bro. Wow, look at that crosswind. Look at that crosswind. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at where our nose is. We have 51 knot crosswind. That's crazy, this turn. Which match our heading to where we're headed. Yeah, I love this plane too, bro. I'm gonna be flying it a lot more now. So sad news. Last time we did an FSeconomy flight, we were flying on Pilot Edge last week. We were flying in the beautiful, amazing PC-12, also in the Blue Arrow livery, and we actually decided to sell that plane. Yeah, heartbreaking. I love that plane so much, but we decided to sell it. Let's go ahead and climb to our cruise, 29,000 feet, and we'll see how much more faster we get there. But it was priority kind of thing. Is like PC-12, we fly it a lot, but it's really valuable right now, and we can make a lot of money if we sell it. We bought it at a time when the PC-12 was at a lot lower for price, and now we're selling it, and we're gonna make a really good profit on it. And that's kind of the plan. So we're trying to do the goal right now in our FSeconomy world for Blue Arrow, with me and Nathan leading Blue Arrow. The goal right now is hits flight change mode again. Is to get ourselves a 3-lot FBO in the Pilot Edge coverage area. That is the current goal. There is none available at the moment that we know of, but we're looking out for them. The problem is, if there was one to pop up, we do not have the money to get it. So we're trying to sell off a few of our planes and just get some more money in the bank, so when opportunities come by, like a 3-lot in the Pilot Edge area, we could actually buy it, because those usually go for like $5 to $6 million. And right now I think we only have like $1.5 million in the bank. Alright, so let's change. We're on flight change mode. Let's change our actual speed down. What's up, Cash Patterson? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna climb up at about 180 knots. We'll do that for now. We can actually go up a little bit on the torque. You see where it's at. We'll watch it. As you get higher in altitude, you can actually add more and more throttle. We'll make sure it doesn't go in the red. We'll leave it right there. So you'll notice I'm not gonna touch the throttle for a while. And in a while, we should be able to raise our throttle even more. It still says our auxiliary boost pump is on. I'm not sure why it says that. Let's make sure that we are also pressurizing in the cabin. Yep, we are pressurizing right here. Looks good. Differential PSI is safe. Oxygen PSI is good. Fuel quantity looks good. Electrical stuff looks good. All our temperatures look good. Now, the cool thing is that this is one of the few planes. I don't want to say few, but this is one of the planes that all this stuff actually matters. Like, there's some planes you can fly and you just go freaking 100% throttle the whole time. You won't blow a single engine. Nothing will ever fail on you. On this plane, that is the complete opposite. This is one of the planes that you really have to pay attention to how you fly it, how many G's you take, how hard you're landing, like everything. Like one day, I loaded up the plane. I don't know what I did. I did something stupid, I'm sure. And the plane like tipped backwards. You know, like it came off its front wheel and it just tipped backwards and it bumped. It just barely bumped the rear of the aircraft, and then it came back. And so when I did a flight afterwards, my oxygen wasn't working, because apparently that's where the oxygen is. The oxygen tank is in the back of the plane, and so I guess when I bumped, like when I did a tail strike while not moving, it damaged the oxygen. So the next time I went and flew, I got hypoxia or something like that, and I died. So you really got to pay attention to everything, because if you overwork the engine will die on you. What's up, Fluffy? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Always great to see you here, man. Wow, beautiful up here. This is, oh man, this is the beauty right here of SkyMax Pro. That is the Florida coast off our left wing, I believe. Where are we right now? No, I think that is a lie. Let's see, where are we? Let's make sure we are following the flight plan. That's one thing we have not paid attention to. Let's zoom this thing out. Yeah, we're headed to Eugene. So the weird thing about this flight plan is it takes us... It's taking us like so. Oh, you know why? Because of the arrival. Yeah, it takes us over near like the Tampa area of Florida, and then it brings us back. What's up, Jello? Good to see you, man. 747's loud. Yeah, it is. It does have 4 engines. I'm gonna get my Orlando charts prepared, as we're getting there a bit quicker than I thought. This is the Bugs 3 RNAV arrival. Hold up. One thing we forgot to do, and that was turn off the landing lights. Everything else should be good. What is up, Jonas the King? Welcome, my friend. Alright, let's see, what's our ETE looking like? I also forgot to put the flight info up on top of the screen. Let me go ahead and take care of that. There it is. Hayden, what's up, man? Yeah, so if you just joined us, like I said, we took off in Georgia, made one quick stop to get fuel, and then now we're headed almost 200 miles down south to Florida to drop off a few passengers in Orlando. We'll be flying the Bugs RNAV arrival, and then if we have time, we should, because it's going pretty quick. It says we're like 8 minutes out. That's ridiculous. I think that means we're 8 minutes from Eugene. There's no way we're 8 minutes from Orlando, because Orlando's way down here. So I think it's 8 minutes from Eugene. But anyways, we're headed to Orlando. From Orlando, we may fly to St. Petersburg. That's another 79-mile flight. But I feel like we're definitely going to be able to fit both of these flights in today. What I'm probably going to be doing, and mostly off stream, like after the stream is over, obviously I'm not going to just keep flying right now, but like as far as progression for FSeconomy, most likely going to be doing some flights around Florida a bit, and then I'm going to ferry the aircraft over to, is it California or Nevada. I can't remember. We have some FBOs over in California, Nevada area, and that's actually where we want our TBM to end up. So we do some flights around Miami, and then we'll head back on the long trip. So we have multiple planes right now that we need to ferry back. We've kind of reorganized a bunch of our FBOs. We kind of want to move some planes around to where we feel that they would be most relevant and most profitable. So this plane, I think we're gonna fly back to Modesto, with a place that we flew at in the PC-12 last week. So we'll move this back to Modesto for that route, and then we're gonna move the King Air 350, which is in Toronto right now. I just landed it there earlier. I'll be moving that one all the way down to New Mexico, and then the Caravan will be moving to wait, no, I think either the Caravan or the 350 will be moving into New Mexico. I can't remember which one exactly. Jello, that's a good flight actually. I'm not gonna be flying to, wow, TNCM. That is a very good flight. How long is that flight? How long would it take you to fly in a TBM from Miami to Princess Juliana? That, what, 3-4 hours? Maybe? I'm not really sure. But no, I'm not gonna be doing that flight today. Jello, yeah, I'm still down to do some flights with you, man. It just comes to timing. To be honest, most of the flights that I do personally in X-Plane are FSeconomy or somebody related. So I mean, I don't mind doing flights just for fun. I do those all the time as well. But usually, I'm like, if you see me playing X-Plane or whatever, I'm probably either doing a flight for FSeconomy or for somebody. What's up, Pozu? Welcome to the stream. There's no way Miami to Princess Juliana only 1 hour flight in a turboprop. There's no way. Do we have a command for FSeconomy for Nightbot? If we don't, we need to get one. I'll get you one for next time, Raven. What kind of information would you want to come in whenever you do FSeconomy? Like, what kind of information would you be expecting? More information about FSeconomy or more information about our FSeconomy? I could also create one for somebody for Nightbot. How we look. Let's see what our actual ET is. 40 minutes. Okay, yes, that sounds about right. Alright, so we are 40 minutes out from Orlando. We are passing 20,000 feet, climbing at 400 feet per minute. So we need to lower this here. We'll go down like to 160. I think that should be good. And see that our torque went down. I haven't touched the throttle. It went down, so now I can add more throttle to get more torque. Now that we're higher, we're actually up in past 18,000. We can switch to standard. Alright, too high, and that's good right there. How do you join FSeconomy? Just go to fseconomy.com, .net, .something, .net, fseconomy.net, and you can sign up there. And once you get signed up on FSeconomy, make sure you follow like the documentation, because there's a specific way that they like people to go about signing up. Once you get signed up, you can, if you want, you can join our group. Oh, this looks amazing. Oh, I didn't show you guys the bottom. Check it out. Rise above. Yeah, I've been meaning to make a livery for a while for this plane, but I hadn't done it. But now that we got one, perfect time to make one. I don't have any really good screenshots of the TBM yet. That's why on the live stream the thumbnail is the PC-12. But I need to get some good screenshots for later on, for later streams, for later videos. So that blurriness you see right there is actually coming from that exhaust pipe. I still feel like it's a bit exaggerated. That's that's an X-Plane 11.3 feature that they just added. Well, I can't say that they had it before, but they didn't. Now developers can control what they look like, and I just feel like it's still a little bit exaggerated. So I think it still has some more work to do. It also, the way it displaces the imagery behind it looks right, but then at the edges at times it looks really weird. Alright, passing 25,000 now. Still not to our cruise altitude. Our ground speed is... I can just look right here. Our ground speed is only 177 knots. Holy. We do have a headwind that's slowing us down. Yeah, I don't understand this ETE. Is this... Like it says 54 minutes, 53, it keeps changing, so I can't trust that thing. Flight time, what's up, man? Do I fly in real life at all? To answer that question, I do, but not as a pilot. I would like to fly as a pilot. That's kind of it's definitely my goal here. So, someday, and hopefully someday soon. But usually when I fly, I'm a passenger. I travel from time to time, and that's all the fun I get to do, sadly. I live right down the street from the airport. Oh, look at those contrails. TBM contrailing over Florida. And I could, oh, what is this? I need to figure out what that area is over here, over there. Where are we right now? Oh, so because you see this area, how like that's definitely incorrect. That is wrong. I need to fix that in my orthos, because whatever this is incorrect. I wonder what area that is. How far left wing? Oh, that's Jacksonville. Wow. Yeah. So I need to go and rebuild that tile. In the orthos for Jacksonville, the Jacksonville area, because that is underwater. Juan Torres, muy buenas. What's up, man? Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo te siente? TBM chemtrail seems legit. There's not much traffic out here. I don't think we're gonna see any traffic online. Jello, yes sir, my real name is Caleb. There's a few aircraft, looks like they're flying out of Orlando. There's somebody in Daytona. There's 3 planes on a flight from Toronto to Tampa Bay. And it looks like they're about to land, and we have another American Airlines flight leaving Tampa. And then we have some really bad storms down there at Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Last time I was in, we need to fix these water textures. Last time I was in, wait, I'm not even using ultra weather, am I? No, I'm not. Last time I was in Orlando was because of a Spirit situation. Spirit Airlines screwed us over. That's the reason I was in Orlando last time, but we made the best of the trip. And we went to Daytona Beach. We drove from Orlando to Daytona. I had a good time. It was cold as heck, but we enjoyed at least going to Daytona Beach and saying that we were there. You can kind of start seeing where my ortho imagery begins. So right now we're flying over the default X-plane scenery, and then above there, that line right here is where the ortho begins. And I think it just goes that way. Yeah, it goes all the way down there. So Orlando will be in that coverage area. Hey, from the Isle of Wight, England. What's up, man? Is that how you say it? White England? Wheat? That's a cool looking little lake. Like, it's so circle, it looks fake. I wonder if that's man-made. Let's see how we looking on our climb. All right, nice. Wow, look at how turned we are right now. So 29,000 feet, that is our cruise. We can go up on the throttle some more. I can't remember what the ceiling is on TBM. I think it's in the 30s. I think it might be 32 or 33,000 feet, something like that. I personally don't know anything about like you know, the cruise configuration. I would love to learn it. So if any of you guys know it, I wouldn't mind trying it out. I don't know. This NG, this seems pretty high to me, and the prop RPM as well. See, our ground speed now is 220 and climbing. ETE is now 30 minutes. A crater. Jello, oh, you're from Brazil, Jello? I didn't know that. What part of Brazil are you from, man? You know what's funny about Brazilians is Brazilians all feel that Brazil is just not the best country. Like, I don't know, all the Brazilians that I've met, and I've met a bunch of them, they don't, you know, they just don't, they're not very happy. They don't like, they think Brazil's not a good country. Now, it may not be. It may not be. Nothing against you guys. It may not be, but to other people like me who are not from Brazil, they look at Brazil like, oh my god, Brazil's amazing. I want to go there. You know what I mean? So like, I do. I love Brazil. I personally love Brazil, but I've never lived there. I've only visited there like 4 times. But every time I've gone there, they're always like, oh, I'm trying to go to America. I'm like, why? I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's the same kind of mentality where you're like, well, this place is better than the other. Cool, Rio, nice. Yeah, I've been to Rio. I've been to Rio, I've been to Brasilia, and I have been to, what's the other place called? Sao Paulo. So funny thing, Jello. So last time I was in Brazil, it was during the end of the elections. It was crazy. It was so crazy. I was at an event and actually in the capital at Brasilia, and the day before the election, they had people in these Brazilian trucks, vans, like it's super long, like parade line of people with these like loud horns beeping down the streets and yelling out propaganda. I have no idea what they were saying. I speak a little Portuguese, but they were talking too much and I couldn't understand anything they were saying. But I could definitely tell they were promoting some new president or whatever you guys call it over there. And it was interesting. It was funny because I was in a hotel room like on the 8th floor or something like that, and I heard them from inside the hotel room. And I went outside and I saw them driving by and I waved at them, and then they started talking to me. He's like, whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, see. Bom dia. Like, I didn't know what to say because I didn't know what they were talking about. But it was funny. The next day, election ends. Like I said, this was the day before the end of the election. So this was like the last day of doing a big parade. At the next day, or actually that same night, 'cause I think this was the last day of elections. That same night when the polls were done and they had decided on who's the new person of government, it went crazy. Like the streets went freaking crazy, man. Like, oh my god, it was like fireworks everywhere, horns everywhere, people driving crazy everywhere, fireworks. I'm pretty sure guns were going off as well. I heard some guns in the distance. It was interesting. That was probably the craziest it's been when I've been in Brazil. The other times I've been there, it's been pretty chill because there was something big going on. But that time it was crazy. Yeah, you can see we got some traffic on in Tampa Bay. Like American something. 55% of the country people were celebrating. What about the other guys? I wasn't sure if they were happy or mad. I couldn't really tell, to be honest. Ninja Gamer, what's up, man? Good to see you. X-Plane does have fighter jets, but I don't recommend you fly fighter jets on X-Plane. I would just tell you to get DCS World. That is my recommendation. If you can't fly DCS World, but you want to fly fighter jets, there are still some decent fighter jets on X-Plane. What sucks is that I don't know if it actually finally updated, but my favorite fighter jet on X-Plane used to be the F-16. It was really good. Like, I really enjoyed flying the F-16. Matter of fact, the F-16 is technically I don't know why I say technically. It is my favorite fighter jet of all the fighter jets, even more than the F-18, even more than the F-35, the F-22. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I just grew up around the F-16. The F-16 has always amazed me. It's always been my favorite plane. Not plane, my favorite fighter jet of all of the other fighter jets. Oops. We are 20 minutes out. We need to find out where our top set is. Let's do that now. And we will use the chart for reference. 96 knot headwind and crosswind. Look at that. If I go to the outside view and do flyby, watch how much this thing is turning. That's crazy. That is crazy. The thing is drifting in the air. The world's longest drift. Alright, so let's get my charts up. I'll get it for you guys so you guys can see it too. Alright, there she is. Alright, so we're descending via the Bugs 3 RNAV arrival. Eugene transitioned. Eugene is right here. I don't know if that's even big enough on the screen for you guys to see. Tokyo Drift, yeah. Have I been to Dominica? I have not, man, but I want to go, actually. I want to go to Dominica pretty badly. I've been to Puerto Rico, which is the closest I've ever been to the Dominican Republic. Eugene is here. Wait, which Dominica? Isn't there like another one somewhere in the world? Oh, got a text from work. Oh, cool. I'm also going to get a haircut later today. Thank God. I need one pretty badly. Not the Dominican Republic. I was just thinking that. I was like, wait, Dominica? Is that the Dominican Republic? Where is Dominica, though? I don't know where that is. Only Dominica-ish thing I know is Dominican Republic. What's up, Matthias? The real TV. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Man, this is... like, it's not... I know it's not mountains or nothing, but when you look off that left wing, that thing looks good. How we... There we go. Like, that's a nice view. I'm gonna leave it there for a while. But yeah, where's Dominica? As I look at these charts and find out where the heck we're going. So Eugene, Tweety, expect 340, so we're way below that already. Our altitude restrictions are at Bugs. Expect to cross at 12,000. Landing south, expect 250 knots. That's a good question. What direction will we be landing in Orlando today? Find out. It's nice though that the turbulence went away. When we first took off, it was extremely turbulent, very gusty, very bumpy. But now, up here at 29,000 feet, it is smooth as ever, silky smooth. All right, 18 right is what we may be expecting in Orlando. There's no ATC, so we do decide. 18 right is right here. That works for me. Yeah, that's fine. Matthew O'Reilly, you're flying from Gatwick to Innsbruck. Oh, yeah, that's a good flight. That's a good flight. Matthias, yes sir, we are actually streaming right now on Twitch and on YouTube, so choose whichever fits best for you. I look at the comments on both, so I don't have to worry about being ignored unless I'm busy. Even though I'm busy, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just busy. 18 right is what we're expecting. That sounds good to me. And that will be landing to the south. We'll get the 18 right plate ready. Yeah. Matter of fact, what we need to do actually is we need to go down here and pre-program that as well. Go to procedure. That'll be on the approach side. Select and the ILS runway 18 right. Hollop, yeah, sure, that's fine. Minimums, somebody told me what that was. That was a long time ago and I forgot. I'm not going to activate it yet. I'm just going to hit load. Cool, so that will load it into our flight plan and that is done. Beautiful. Amazing. Alright, coming up on Burrow now. Let's take a look at where we are actually. Oh, I love these names. Look at this. Coax, Burrow, Grinch, and then we got Bugs, we get Daffy, we get Bunny. Oh my god. I love this. I love flying in Orlando. Mika, where are we flying today? We're flying to Orlando. Sounds good, Matthias. Best, hold on, I missed Dominica's comments. Wow. Alright, so Dominica is smaller in the same Caribbean region in the Lesser Antilles between two French islands of Guadeloupe and Martinique. No, I've never been in Dominica then. I would love to go there. Gotta catch up on some of these comments and going back. My YouTube name is Blue Games. I think it's youtube.com/c/Blue Games, something like that. Alright, cool, I'm caught up. So we're passing Grinch, or we're coming up on the Grinch who stole Christmas. Where is Grinch? Grinch is right here, and wow, we're already too high. So we need to be at 12,000 feet. Oh god. There is a hold right here though, which is great. So we could actually hold here. Can we hold? Can we make that happen? Yeah, let's hold at Bugs until we get down to 12,000 feet. Let's see if we can actually make this plane do that. I don't know how to. I've never done that on this plane before. Oh, look at that. It pops up. What's up, Kintex Luca? Welcome to the stream. How do I click on things? There we go. Oh, flight plan. Flight plan. FMS. There we go. Alright. We want to hold at Bugs. Let's see if we can make that happen. How do I do that? Is it under procedure? Wait, I know you. What do you mean, wait, I know you? Yes, Matthias, you can see the wind. The wind is right here. So right here says the arrow is pointing to the left. This is 97. That means that there's a 97 knot wind to that direction. And that is why we are so slanted and drifting in the sky right now. I don't know how to make the plane hold. So maybe we'll just do a manual hold at Bugs. We'll just do that. which is coming up in a little while. So we'll descend down to 12,000 feet. No problem, Matthias. I am here to help when I know the answer. Alright, so 1,000 feet, we will activate that. We're going to descend in vertical speed mode. I've been told that it's best to climb in flight change mode and descend in vertical speed mode. You could still technically descend in flight change mode as well, but I don't know, they just say that they recommend the other way around. Alright, we're going to descend at like 2,000 feet per minute. We're going to bring the torque down. We're way above. We missed our top of descent. Matter of fact, we didn't even know where our top of descent was. So we already missed that, so we're gonna have to do some holding at bugs. Yeah, at bugs. Waypoint, which is cool. I don't mind hanging out with Bugs Bunny for a little while. I'm from Houston, Texas. In the USA. In case you don't know where that is. Alright, vertical speed is 2,000. Torque looks good. I'm bringing the power way back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go straight idle.
Landing gear.
There it is. Yeah, yesterday's flight was pretty funny. The end of it, it was going so smooth. It was so like regular until we got to the landing. All right, we're turning. Why are we turning? Where are we at? We have bugs already. Yeah, we are at bugs. All right, so I'm gonna. If anybody knows how to do a hold in the TBM 900, please let me know, because I do not know how to do a hold. So we're gonna go into. Okay, that works. Into a manual hold. We'll switch into heading mode, and we'll continue descending. We need to be at 2,000 feet at bugs, so we're gonna hold until we get down low enough to continue the arrival. I use a joystick by Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster, I think it's a 16,000 or something like that. Wow, look at that. Uh-oh. It scared me. It like tilted really quick for some really random reason. Look at that view though, man. Hashtag views. Oh, that's sexy. Screenshot time. Looks like a darn TBM commercial for Cicada. Well, a lot of times in the FMS, it'll show you where your top of descent is. We just didn't. I don't think we didn't put a VNav or anything like that in. So look at our contrails going in circles. Like for example, yesterday when we were flying the Airbus, it showed a little icon where our top of the descent was. Alright, we're at 22,000. We still have a long way to go. Oh wait. But on this plane does have a working VNav, I believe. It does have a VNav button. I don't know if I've ever actually used a VNav button before. Have I? I can't remember. I did a video. I did like 3 videos when this first came out, and a lot of the things that I talked about in that video I honestly forgot about. But I did use VNav. You can program it on the flight plan page. You just put different altitudes at all these different waypoints, and the plane is supposed to fly them like that. So for the arrival, we probably could have done that, but we just didn't, and so I guess I didn't really think about it. So just poor flight planning on my part. That's it. There is our synthetic vision showing where we're supposed to be in altitude. We're at 19,000. Which runway are you planning, please? Frontier. I don't know what his number was. Yeah, man, I wish that I agree. I wish X-Plane would fix their rain effects. Like, I feel like the rain could look so much better. I was playing DCS World just the other day, I think yesterday or the day before. I was flying the F-18 Hornet, and they got the rain effects down. They do a lot of things right in that simulator. But the rain effects on the canopy looks so legit, man. So I'm hoping that X-Plane has that on their list of things to work on and make better and improve, because flying through weather is a huge part of flying, and I feel like rain effects on the windshields, even on the wings and stuff like that, or even like, I think a cool thing, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but a really cool thing is when you're sitting on the ramp and it's been raining, or it is raining, wouldn't it be pretty cool if you could see raindrops literally dripping off of the surfaces? That would be amazing. You know what I mean? Like, they already have icing and icing effects, but they don't have the rain and rain effects. So that would be really nice to see. And we're going a bit too slow, actually. Get a little bit of throttle in, or we stall and go the wrong direction. Has anyone heard of the TBM in real life? Personally, yeah, I have. I mean, I fly it on the sim, so I've definitely heard it in real life. There's a pretty huge YouTuber who does flight vlogs in the TBM. I think he's in the 850, named Steve01 Knievo. He makes pretty good videos. He was the first person that I had ever seen fly a TBM. Matter of fact, I didn't know what a TBM was until I saw him fly it. And then later on, Infinite Flight decided to add a TBM to their hangar. And then shortly after, X-Plane added one to theirs as well. So we're just doing a little holding kind of in the area of the Bugs waypoint to get ourselves down. We completely missed our top of descent, so we're just holding until we get down to 12,000 feet. What's that guy's call sign? 1210. We're expecting to land at, where are we landing? 23? No, 18 right. That's a Frontier flight. Was it FFT, right? Frontier flight. Yeah, that's right. That's true. That is true. The rain effects on the windshield are the plane developer's job. But I don't know. I feel that it may be tough because I feel like more. Well, I mean, the Airbus A320 by Flight Factor has really good rain effects on the windshield. Now that I think about it, there's a few planes that have really good rain effects. I haven't flown the TBM very much in the rain, so I don't know if this plane has rain effects. I would feel like it does. But yeah, what's a Regent? What's Regent, Randy? Alright, so we have another Frontier flight also coming in on 18 right. He's probably an Airbus because that's what Frontier flies. So watch out for him. I don't know where he is. Go look and find out. We're just doing circles. Oh yeah, I see him. He's out to the north. He's probably going to get there before we are because we're smaller. Alright, there's 12,000, so we will continue on our merry way back to nav mode. And heady mode's gonna come off. Oh, I don't know if nav mode's gonna work anymore. Ooh-wee. Nav. No. Nav mode, you're not gonna work for me? Alright, we're gonna use heady mode until I figure out what the heck is wrong with nav mode. I think I have to go into flight plan and activate the leg again. Sometimes I have these weird issues where like nav mode won't actually go into nav mode. Let's go direct to Daffy. Daffy Duck. There it is. I think we just did it. Cool. So it just deselected heading mode and now it's flying us directly to Daffy on nav mode with GPS. Cool, that's working. Amazing. It's an exam every New York State student has to take. Oh, okay. It's like the state exam. Cool. Yeah, so what I had to do, Jello, to get it to go back on nav mode was I was in heading mode and I couldn't just hit nav mode and go back. I had to hit direct to, and then it switched it back to nav mode for me. So I don't know, it was weird. I don't know if you have to always do that when you deviate. All right, so we need to continue descending down the this arrival. Our next altitude restriction, we don't really have one. No, we do not really have one. So I am gonna look at the approach chart to see what we need to end up on final 5,000 at Hollop. Let's go ahead and program that in. Cool. Well, yeah, that works on some planes, Jello, but not this one. This music is like perfect for this plane right now. Let me take some of this extra stuff off. Oh wait, I didn't have it on. Cool. I thought I had the chart on the screen. I never put it up. So we are, how far along are we? These clouds look great too. Good job, SkyMax. Like, one thing I like is, what I like when it comes to weather add-ons for X-Planes, I like it when it's not just the same copy and paste clouds everywhere. So you kind of see, like, when you look at this, there's kind of like some overcast skies off to our right wing, way in the distance. It's partly cloudy right next to us. Behind us, it's overcast. To our left, it's overcast, but like it's not everywhere. It's kind of like it's like in real life, where like there's storm system in specific places, but not in other places. And I like it how it positions all the 3D clouds. Let's continue our descent down to 5,000 feet. We will go back into vertical speed mode, and we will descend at. That's up. We'll go like another 2,000 feet per minute or so. We're not very far at all. How far are we? We're like 30, 40 miles. Something like that. That song was like too gamey. I don't really need active skies, honestly, Randy. Active sky is really good, actually. I know it came over from what, P3D, and it actually is really good. See, the issue is that I have FS Global Real Weather. Wow, that's what 2,000 feet descent looks like. I have FS Global Real Weather, and it basically does the exact same thing as active sky. So if you have FS Global Real Weather, there's no reason to get an active sky. But if you don't have anything, active sky is perfect. So the thing that I already have does exactly what active sky does already, and does it well. So there's no reason for me to get active sky. I'm curious though, like how different it would really be. But from what I hear, it gives you, it feeds the exact same information and displays it like very close on X-Plane. Zulu Niner, what's up, man? Good to see you. LGA to MPs. A 717 on FSZ. You guys ready for FSZ? The new FSZ? That's funny. Uh-oh, it's getting some turbulence now as we descend. I don't like the song either. Zulu Niner, there is a flight plan. We're actually on the end of it. We're descending via the Bug's arrival into Orlando. We took off in a small airport in Georgia. After this leg, I think we will have time to do so. We will continue to St. Petersburg. We'll probably just fly direct via FAR there. Right now we're flying IFR. And there is no ATC that I know of currently because everybody's on Unicom talking in chat on the top. Oh, this looks so good. Our speed. Alright, we're a little fast. Alright, let's go ahead and tune in our ILS frequency. I don't think I did that yet. ILS is going to be on 111.9. What's up, Graeme? Good to see you, bro. IFMG, what up? What did I say? I got distracted. 1119. Alright, we'll put that in over here. Alright, I think that is active now. Is the left or the right that's the active one? I think it's the left one is active. Oh, the right one. I think the right one is active. Alright, we're coming up on 5,000. Sailor Vlogs. When am I going to fly to Dubai? We flew to Dubai like twice. Was it this month? Or in the last month we've been to Dubai twice, but that was on Infinite Flight. We should start seeing Orlando International off our left wing shortly. Man, lower altitudes are really bumpy. But keep that in mind, we will be continuing from here to St. Petersburg, and it's bumpy as heck right around 5,000, 6,000 feet. So we may need to go higher or lower than that. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, it's working. Cool. 1119 is now tuned in, and it's picking it up. We can turn the inertia separator back on. I believe you turn it on once you start your approach, from what I remember. Oh wow, you know what? Orlando's over there. We need to turn around. Alright, we're gonna turn around. Let's go. We're gonna switch to heading mode, and we'll probably vector ourselves to the runway. Because I'm seeing what the flight plan is going to do, and it's going to take us way off the wrong way. So we're going to turn back to the other way. We're going to switch to heading mode. Oh, that's not the right button. Yaw damper stay on. I didn't know this popped out. Heading mode. There we go. Does it usually have pretty bad turbulence out here? That's cool then. That's cool, Randy. Yeah, it is cool. I like it. I like it. That's the cool thing. That's the kind of weather I get. Again, like I said, I like when the clouds are placed in the right place. I know that they can't completely simulate and mock exactly where the cloud formations are and what they look like, but I feel like Active Sky and FS Global Real Weather both do a great job at that. So like the clouds that we're seeing right now, I feel like are probably pretty accurate. Where where it's partly cloudy, where it's heavy clouds. Where it's precipitation. So like with precipitation, X-Plane by default doesn't really do the multiple levels of it. So like it'll be raining on the surface, but it won't be raining up at like 10,000 feet. So sometimes it is raining at 10,000 feet. With FS Global Real Weather, it will simulate that rain at the higher altitudes, as well as the different winds and the turbulence and the different, like, it has more levels to it. And I believe Active Sky works the same way. Alright guys, we're getting ready to make our approach into Orlando. Make sure you guys sit back and put those seatbelts on for your safety. Our CRS, or our final approach course, will be 185. We'll switch CDI. Yeah, there we go. And course 185 on localizer 1. Right now we're on a right downwind. I'm gonna go ahead and call that to the Unicom here because we do have traffic in the area. We have a Frontier flight doing something somewhere. 185 is our final approach. So you can see this is the way the runway is at, and this is where we are. What's up, Graeme? Switching between YouTube and Twitch, I see. What do we need? Oh, we do need the METAR as well. We need the weather for there so we can get the correct altimeter, which is 299.4. And wow, look, gusting 13. So that's why it's so freaking bumpy right now. And we will go ahead and let Orlando traffic know that we are on a right downwind. Runway 18 right. I typed that wrong, didn't I? There we go. Alright. How are we looking on speed? We're a little slow. And we need to make a right turn right here. Still turning our right base now. So far, so good. Let's also set up our barometric, which is out of standard up to 2992. Alright, he's already landed and vacated just as I expected. He is in an Airbus, so he's a lot quicker than we are. So he was able to get on the ground faster than us. Another cool thing that you can kind of miss is that it actually shows little airport tags of where the different airports are. Alright, we're going to make another right turn. Uh-oh, wrong way. To intercept the localizer for runway 18 right. Approach. Going to go into approach mode. That's over here somewhere. Where's approach mode? Heading. Oh, there's APR. Thank you, Graeme. TBM equals dope. TBM plus blue livery equals dopeness. I like it. I'm the worst ever. Hello, good to see you, my friend. I'm sure you're not that bad. Alright, so we'll be maintaining this vector until we intercept the localizer. We'll take the localizer down. Sorry, we'll take the glide slope down. Here is the localizer here. You infinite flight people, does this look familiar? This is the localizer, and then we have our glide slope diamond right here, which is also lowering. We're going to watch this, and you'll see that the aircraft will turn itself onto the final approach onto 18 right. Here it is. Localizer is established. 18 right. Our speed is at 175, and we are, I don't know how far we are. Probably 10-15 miles out right now. Alright, inertial separator is on. Landing lights come back on. Throwball has always been on. Everything else up here looks good. Alright, glide slope. Aircraft will descend on its own. Alright guys, we're good. We're set up. We're established. We're fully established on the ILS. And the airport is off our nose. There is still quite a bit of a crosswind right now. And there is expected 13 knots of gust on the surface, so we need to watch out for that. Hopefully we can get a better landing this time than we did our first time. It was real sketchy, but that wind was even more sketchy. I mean, it would probably be easier to land a 777 in this weather than a TBM because of how light this thing is, you know. So we'll land. Let's see. I kind of want to watch. We'll see how the landing goes. I don't want to spend the time. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll have to watch the replay. We'll have to watch the replay. So I was thinking of skipping the replay and moving on and doing our last leg so that we can hurry up and do it. But I know you guys are gonna want to see the replay, and I want to see it too. So we may have to just do that. Alright, we're on a long final right now. We probably could have turned in a lot earlier, honestly. But I want to fly the full approach. And this right here is the AOA, I believe. This was one of the newer things that they added to the TBM since it was initially released. And it actually kind of helps to let you know if you are on the correct angle of attack. I'm not really 100% sure how it works, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I need to do anything to set it up. I don't know if it looks right now. I have no idea. When I did my initial TBM video, that was not there. I believe that is downtown Orlando over there on the right. bouncy as heck. Be cool if we could see what's it, Disney World out here, or whatever the studio is called. Great question, Zulu Niner. You're trying to decide between X-Plane 11 and FSX. I would say you sound like the kind of guy who would like P3D over FSX. So maybe your decision is between X-Plane 11 and FSX rather than X-Plane 11 and sorry. Maybe your decision is between X-Plane 11 and P3D and not FSX, because FSX is a bit hot. It's better. It's actually 64-bit if your computer can handle that. But it sounds like you really are interested in live ATC. Live ATC is something that you will get on VATSIM and something you would get on Pilot Edge. I'm not sure if you're into like airliners or if you're into general aviation. If you really like general aviation though, and you could actually still do airliners, but Pilot Edge, in my opinion, is where you're gonna get the best ATC if you know how to talk to them. Pilot Edge has the most realistic ATC that you can get for flight sims currently. Right now their coverage area is like California, the West Coast up to like Seattle, as far as like Colorado, so only the western of the United States. VATSIM is worldwide, but it's kind of spotty on when you'll get ATC. They just kind of come on whenever they feel like it. Let's go ahead and slow down and put these flaps down, and we will put the gear down as well, and we'll go ahead and let everybody know that we are landing soon. KMCO traffic, short final, runway 18 right. So right now in Orlando, let me turn the music off actually. There we go. Thank you, Josva, for the donation. Wow, man, thank you, bro. Donate through Super Chat. Greatly appreciate that, my friend. But right now, it's kind of like not an extremely popular time. Like, a lot of people are at work. A lot of people are busy right now this time of day. So you're not going to have a lot of ATC around the United States. And that's why we don't have any ATC in Orlando currently. We're getting a little bit too slow. But if you come at like peak hours, and that's my dog. I don't know why he shakes like that. Like, what are you doing? Is the gear down? Gear is not down. Alright, now gear is down. But at certain times of days, you'll get ATC on VATSIM around the world. Pilot Edge, every day, my local time is like 9 to like midnight. They're always on. You can always depend on them being on. Alright guys, we're about ready to land. Let's get comfortable. I will answer those questions for you, Zulu Niner, here after we land. Yeah. Alright, flaps are down. We are a little slow. Add a little bit of throttle in. We're still on localizer and glide slope. I'm just handling the throttle input myself right now. Wow, it is bumpy. Yeah, we know that. Oh, and there's a float. Are we down? I can't tell. Okay, now we're down. All right. Reversers. Yes, sir, I am currently playing online, but there's no ATC, so we'll taxi to the right side, exit to the right. Man, this weather is not giving us a break today, is it? Let's see what that was as far as feet per minute goes. That was... Huh, it didn't say. Oh, you know what? I don't think... That's weird. I don't think it actually calculated that flight, so I don't know what my feet per minute was. It was definitely not a hard landing. It was just very unstable. Very gusty is really all I should say. All right, so we're gonna taxi back this way. We're not gonna go all the way back to parking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna park over here, pretty much at the whole short line for 18 right, and we will unload the 6 passengers we got that we brought in from Georgia, and then we will pick up. I think we have another 6 passengers to pick up here in Orlando, and we'll take them for a 79-mile trip to St. Petersburg, which is just outside of Tampa Bay, Florida. And of course, we'll watch that replay as well. Alright, flaps are up. So hard to look up there and taxi at the same time. Alright, that speed is definitely more doable. Yeah, so Zulu 90, what I was saying was that you were saying, should you get X-Plane 11 or FSX? I was trying to say that the question I think you should be asking, rather, if your computer can handle it, is should you get X-Plane 11 or P3D? Now, FSX is a whole lot cheaper. It's like freaking on sale every weekend, but it's in no way, it's not even close. Like X-Plane 11 is so much better than FSX. Like, it's ridiculously better. But if you want to compare 2 sims, X-Plane 11 and P3D would be a better comparison for you to choose for your first sim. Personally, because not only because I fly X-Plane 11, but because I really enjoy X-Plane 11 and I believe in the product, I think X-Plane 11 is a better choice between the two. But people have their reasons for choosing P3D, and a lot of times because they're already in love with specific add-ons that P3D has that X-Plane does not have. That's usually the reason that people will pick P3D over X-Plane 11. So I think for you is you just do some research. Like I said, I'm X-Plane 11. I'm always gonna say I recommend X-Plane 11, but I know that for other people, you're gonna be going out spending your money on a sim, and it's gonna be a long-term, choice. And so I don't want to say X-Plane 11. You know what I mean? I want to say, go out, do your research. You know what I mean? Go out, watch some videos of X-Plane 11, watch some videos of P3D, and also don't be tricked, because a lot of people who are flying these sims are not playing the default game. They have tons of add-ons and stuff like that. Like me, the TBM 900 does not come default with X-Plane 11. That's not something you get. That's something you can have an option to buy separately. P3D is like that way in so many ways. You'll see all these really cool, amazing, realistic looking P3D videos that look so good, but then if you added up how much it would cost to get that exact same look on your sim, you'd be blown away. So just look that up. Like, be careful, because for me, I decided to pick X-Plane. I stuck with X-Plane, and now, years later, I've invested probably hundreds of dollars or more, probably thousands of dollars into X-Plane 11. And now I won't switch because I've already invested so much money. All right, we're shutting it down. I just realized that I hit all the buttons first. I should have did this first. All right, boom, boom, boom. It's off. Oh yeah, X-Plane 11 has a great community. The forums are extremely active. There's a big community of people who make freeware add-ons, freeware plugins, freeware everything. There's also some of those same freeware people also making payware stuff because they just got so freaking good at it. So anyway, we're just shutting everything off, and we will have to do that for it to log my flight. Chocks on. And we'll go to FSeconomy, finish flights. That is going to log in that flight. And now we could actually hit start flight again, and I already have my second set of passengers ready to go, but we're going to watch the replay and see how that went, because that was another very tough approach with this crazy weather out here. All right, let's disconnect from VATSIM for the moment and hit my quick key and rewind. Yep, I agree with Patrick, man. X-Plane again, X-Plane 11. It's there's so much. It does so much. There's so much resources for X-Plane 11. There's so many. There may not be as much payware, scenery, and stuff like that as P3D has because it's been around for so long and it's using the FSX platform. But X-Plane 11 definitely has, like, I don't know. In my opinion, like, there's the only thing personally that would, the only reason I would right now buy P3D would be to fly the 787 by Quality Wings, because X-Plane has a 787 that's decent, but it's still kind of like work in progress. It's not done yet. But they have an amazing 787 over there and that's my favorite plane. That's personally just my favorite plane in general. So of course I want to fly. So I was extremely jealous when I found out they got a new one and we didn't. And also Coronado, they release a lot of really cool planes as well on P3D and FSX that they don't put out on X-Plane for like another year or two. So I'm a little jealous about that too. But again, Coronado was originally a FSX P3D developer, not X-Plane. They came over to X-Plane later, so their priority is on the other side. All right, let's watch this replay. We'll watch it from the exterior view first, because the exterior view never lies. I know we got a big float, so I'm already expecting to see a big float. Look, if I watch it from the front, look how slanted we were, jeez. Or angled or crabbed, however they say it. That is crazy. And we almost touched down, then we floated a second time, and we finally touched down. And once those wheels touch down, like, it goes the direction it's facing. So I think I had added a little bit of rudder, but I didn't add enough rudder. Let's watch it again. Watch it from the side. So there's the first float, second float, and third float. Bro, I had a parade going on. But in the end, our final touchdown wasn't very aggressive. It wasn't very hard. It was just trying to get down in a stable way. That was my challenge. Let's watch it from on board somewhere. What's up, Flicks the Hood? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Watch it from here. Do I have a belly cam or something? I know I have one. Yeah, I do. Of course I have a belly cam. Here it is. Dicky Head, my zoom level is probably 17 or 18 over here. Usually near big airports like this that I fly in and out of frequently. I usually do zoom level as 18 or 17. This is probably 17. Flicks the Hood if you want, man. You are welcome to join us on our last leg today. We're still continuing to St. Petersburg. It's a short flight. I'll be flying the TBM there as well, so if you want to hop in, we'll be flying from Orlando to St. Petersburg, which is Kilo Papa India Echo on the other side of Florida. That'll be our last flight for today. What's up, Aviation Flyer? Good to see you. Captain Charlie, good to see you. Man, we struggled to get that thing on the ground. Landings have just not been great today. That first landing was the gust, man. Is just I gotta figure out how to adjust better for the gust. Let's do onboard like a wing view. We'll do a wing view and then we'll continue on our last flight. Let's see which one. Let's do this one. And we'll start right there. That works. Orlando to St. Petersburg. Say it's right next to Tampa Bay. Oh, you're driving from Chicago to St. Louis? How long is that drive? Speaking of driving, I was really tempted today to do some American Truck Sim. I've actually never done a legit stream of that. So I've been thinking about it. I might do it only on Twitch. We'll see. I've been doing... Make sure you guys check out Twitch, because I've been doing a lot of Twitch exclusive stuff, of like stuff that I don't do very often. Like I've been doing DCS World, I've been doing iRacing. Yeah, the landing was you know, it wasn't the worst. It could have been a whole lot better. It could have been a lot worse than that. Let's see. I think we're good. Yeah, Jello and who's the other guy? Flicks the Hood. That's gonna be my next flight. I'm not gonna be able to fly in New Mexico today, man. Maybe next time, maybe later. This is my last flight. This was my pre-planned flight. I'm flying with FSeconomy, so I already have some passengers waiting for me here in Orlando to go to St. Petersburg, so I don't want to change it last minute. It took me long enough to make my mind what I want to do in the first place. I can't change my mind now. With the trucker hat. Yeah, guys, we got one more leg after this. It's a short one. We'll be flying VFR, and the TBM will continue, like I said. So if you guys want to fly with us, hop in like a, you know, a Learjet, a Citation. I mean, if you want, you can fly an Airbus or something like that, but you'll get there like in 10 minutes. All right, we're good. Let's go ahead and shut that off. Hopefully it doesn't crash. We're good. All right, cool. All right, we gotta reset the plane up for our next leg. I'm turning the GPU back on. And you know, one thing I forgot to do. Put these on. Nice, Captain Charlie. That's great, man. Congrats to your brother. All right, raising the crash bar up to GPU. Nav lights are coming on. See the screens kicking back on in a bit. Make sure we have my assignments ready. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 passenger assignments going to KPI, St. Petersburg. We'll make $805 off of each of those passengers. How long is the... I think I asked you this already. I think I saw your answer. How long? 4 to 5 hour drive. Wow. To St. Louis. You should have flew. Oh, there it is. So our landing rate was 102 feet, which is a bit much for a TBM. We need to work on that. All right, next flight. Let me go ahead and make sure it's booked on Project Fly.
Pause system test. Okay.
All right, so Project Fly is ready. How many nautical miles? 79 exactly. So it's gonna be I calculate a 20 minutes, 30 minutes max, but I highly doubt it's gonna take that long. We just flew almost 200 miles in, what was it, an hour? No, we just almost flew 200 miles, yeah, in about an hour, 10, 15 minutes. So I think the TBM can do okay to get there in pretty quick. Get there pretty quick. So we'll be flying west. So for west, we'll be flying even. We know that it's pretty bumpy at 6,000 feet, so we're gonna go to 8,500. Thank you, African Bush. What's up? Thank you for that's a funny name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. All right, 8,500 for altitude. And let's go down to our flight plan section. Jello, you should have enough time. We're in the TBM, what is this, 850, 900? I think this is the 900. No, this is the 850. I don't know. No, 900. I think this is the TBM 900. Yeah, 900. What is the program where you make virtual money? Well, there are multiples. The two that I use is FSeconomy.net and SimBuddy.com. If you are interested in flying general aviation and private jet type planes, if that's something you're into, FS Economy is perfect for you. You can start your own. Well, you can start as a new pilot and rent out aircraft from different owners in different airports, and you fly that plane around. You fly virtual passengers around, and you make money doing it. And then once you make a certain amount of money, you can buy your own plane or lease your own plane, or you can buy your own FBO at a certain airport. And so that's, and you can also buy, sell, trade planes with other community members. It's pretty fun. I personally really like it because it gives me a reason to fly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I should need a reason. Let's go ahead and delete our old flight plan. But it gives me a reason to fly to places that I don't usually fly to. It makes flying a bit more interesting. Like, you know, a lot of people probably would never fly a TBM, never fly a PC-12, a C-172 really ever. But what? Why does that say KORL? Uh-oh, are we at the right airport? This is Orlando. Yeah, this is Orlando. Why does it say KORL? That is weird. All right, well, we're gonna delete that. That is not correct. But yeah, it gives me a reason. It gives me a little bit more purpose. It gives, like, it kind of gives X-Plane and FSX and P3D and the whole flight sim community a purpose to fly. It gives us a like a progression system. You know, like most games have some type of progression where you can level up. Well, X-Plane doesn't have that. You just go and you hop in, you fly in your favorite plane, you fly to your favorite places. Once you do that, what's next? I don't know. And so FS Economy is kind of like that what's next kind of thing for me. Let's go ahead and I want to replace this. Let's do KM. And the same with SimBuddy. SimBuddy is more if you're really into airliners, like if you like flying airliners and stuff like that. You can start your own virtual airline there, and that one is a bit more friendly for airliners. FS Economy is not very friendly with like big airliners like 737s, A320s, 747s, stuff like that. You'll find jobs on FS Economy that do have those planes, but you can't ever buy or rent or own any of those, and you don't make very much money doing it. MCO to K Kilo Papa India Echo. Oh, I typed it wrong. But yeah, SimBuddy is the similar concept. They just do it a bit different. So if you're interested, look either of them up. Dang it, man. Keep doing it wrong. Hey, there we go. E-I-E. There we go. St. Petersburg Clearwater International. Alright, now I need to get rid of this stupid waypoint. I didn't know why that's there. Clear. What gate am I? I am not at a gate. I'm actually on the. I'm on the taxiway. I'm holding short. Let me look at the chart. I am on. I'm at the west of runway 18 right on taxiway Alpha, holding short at Bravo 2. That's where I'm sitting at right now. ICAO of this airport is KMCO, Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar. Alright, flight plan's done. Alright, we're gonna fly direct. This flight will be VFR. Yes, sir, Zulu Niner. I am still on. Actually, I'm not. I need to reconnect. So I'm gonna reconnect to VATSIM. This time we will file our new flight plan and file it as a VFR aircraft. So connect. Same call sign, November 116 Bravo. We'll do send flight plan. We don't really need to, but you know, I mean, you're supposed to. I should be a good I should be. You should always file your flight plan. KMCO to KPIE. Alternate would be KTPA, which is Tampa Bay. Cruise altitude is gonna be 8,500 feet. True airspeed would be somewhere around 245 knots because we're gonna be pretty low. VFR direct. Blue Arrow charters FSE send. Cool. So now you guys can see that on the FSE. Sorry, you can see that on the VATSIM websites and maps and all that stuff. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn it off. It is only, as you can see right here, 79.4 nautical miles. And that's it. That's all we need to do. Simple. Alright, so the guys who said they were going to join us, are you guys, are you ready? I think I've stalled long enough. I went through that a little bit slower than I usually would have, could have. We could open the doors up. Just a back door. And then we will go to FSeconomy. Start flight. You will see we get new passengers in our plane. We have 1 Trinity Air Service passenger, 6 of them, to St. Petersburg. Exit that out. And we're ready to go. We're ready for engine start. Runway 18 right is what we're expecting for departure today. And what's crazy, once you start the FSC thing, you can't actually click on payload. So the way that I will close the door is I need to go back to that seat. Oh, what's that? That's the door sound. And I can click on this button here, and that will slowly close the door, just like in the real TBM. And once it gets to the bottom, you'll turn this and lock it and secure it. What's up, Hun Aviation? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, we are ready to go. Jello, I am taxiing to the runway, so if you're on the way, hurry up. Switching to battery. Disconnecting GPU. Parking brakes are set, chocks off. And auto auxiliary bypass pump to on, actually. No. Auto? No, on. I think I was doing this wrong last time. I think it's supposed to be set to on, and then you hit the starter, not the other way around. Alright, so we're going to turn on. I believe you turn on the pulse and strobes when you turn the engine on. You do this little thing right here. Tell them to clear prop, yell out the window, and then starter. 1 and 2. And again, the engine is hot. So we have to wait for the ITT to go down below 150 degrees Celsius before we can actually introduce fuel. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to switch the CDI back to GPS. .160. The current weather is 250, gusting 13 with 20 knots. And scattered 2,300, broken 9,000, broken 25,000. Altimeter is 2992. And let's go ahead and introduce fuel. Jello is November 766. Cool, sounds good. I mean, if you're in a Learjet, you can catch up easy. Alright, watching the temperatures rise again. ITT is good. NG is good. High idle. Flight idle. And landing. Sorry, takeoff flaps. Generator to manual. These off. Auxiliary pump will go now to auto. Fuel selector to auto. AP trims to on. Lead to auto. AC to auto. Speedos and inertia separator to on. What's up, Alt Key? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. And that's it. Ready to go. Flight director on. Altitude is already selected. Let's go ahead and hit flight change mode and change our speed for climb to 155. Alright, phone's on airplane mode. Why is it telling me battery amp? You're in a caravan? It's not going to show us a caravan for me. It's probably going to show for like a freaking 737 for Qantas or something random as heck. Alright, let's go, guys. No more waiting. Alright. Holding the parking brake, releasing the parking brake. Switching to taxi range. We will announce our intentions. Taking off. I can't spell nothing today. Taking off runway 18 right, departing west. There we go. Is a TBM 930 easy to fly? Yeah. There's more to pay attention to than most of the add-on general aviation planes as far as systems and like internal stuff like the engine and stuff like that. As far as how to fly it, yeah, I feel like it's pretty easy to fly. It's really fun to fly, actually. Yeah, it's just VATSIM for you, man. Like you're not gonna see. Actually, you're in like a little Cessna 172. But at least you're not in a 737. All right, let's go. Flight of 2. Trying to hold the center line as best as possible. Oh, that crosswind picked me up real quick. All right, look at that. Wow, we're flying runway heading, facing away from the runway. Okay, we're heading to our last stop for today, St. Petersburg. I believe the gear is up. We'll go flaps up as well. Say goodbye to Orlando for now. I will actually be flying back to Orlando later. I don't know if it'll be today, but I already have some assignments that I've already reserved to fly back to Orlando and do some hopping around Florida itself. It should be pretty fun. Before I ferry the TBM all the way back to California. Alright, let's hit to nav mode. Yaw damper on. And auto it's a short flight. Let's just fly it. Like I'm not gonna do GPS. We'll use the flight director, but that's it. I'm not gonna do all that. Let's enjoy flying. How about that? Can you guys hear everything okay? It's a little bit quieter now because I put the headphones on in the cockpit. I love that. I love it when planes do that. Like, this is a helicopter I have as well. That you can go over to like the side and click on a little headset and it like lowers the interior sound. I love it when it does that. And the TBM has the same feature. It's pretty cool. So I picked up the headphones that were in the co-pilot seat. Yeah, it's just funny. Before like flying the TBM in a sim, like the TBM was really never on my radar of a plane that I'd be interested in. But now, after learning so much about it, from infinite flight to X-plane and all that stuff, it's really interested me a lot, and I wouldn't mind flying these in real life. Like, it's really my kind of plane, because I personally, when it comes to general aviation, my favorite type of plane is the private jets. Like, that's my kind of plane, the charter jets, stuff like that. And King Airs is one of my favorite types of planes as well, but flying like Cessna Citations, Challengers, Gulfstreams. Like those are my kind of planes. Like it's small enough to land at a lot of these smaller airports and get to these places, but it's also quick enough to get up in like 42,000 feet and drive, fly for thousands of miles, or I'll say a couple thousand miles. So that's my kind of plane. So the TBM is very similar. It's not, it's not a Gulfstream, it's not a Learjet, but you can get up to the flight levels and really get moving pretty quick and pretty high. It looks like right now it's showing we're gonna be there in 30 minutes, but we are still climbing. The air is smoothing out, actually, the higher that we go. So we're passing through 6,500 now. And again, the great thing about VFR, you just kind of go wherever you want to go. So I don't have to follow the flight plan exactly, which is just a direct flight plan, but it's really just for a reference to find out what direction we need to be going in. But it's just so much things to look at, man. It's like whenever, for anybody who's watching, whenever you work on like ortho scenery and stuff, I mean, you rarely like take the time to really sit back and really take it and look at it like we did yesterday in Monaco. What's up, Ronnie? Good to see you, man. Infamous Beats, how are you? I've been watching you for a while. Thank you for getting me into Infinite Flight. You're welcome. Jello, I think I'm on Unicom. Yeah, I'm on Unicom. And texting and flying is probably something you should not do. That's my wife, though. Hold on. She thinks she's getting sick. I hope she's not. FSeconomy. FSeconomy is just go to the website, man. It's for PC sims though. So like if you have a PC sim, if you have FSX, if you have P3D, if you have X-Plane 11, you can download the FSeconomy plugin, and it's basically a website that adds virtual dollars, a virtual economy to your flight sim experience. What's up, HAVVK? Good to see you. So hopefully, Ronnie, that answers your question. So right now, for those who have just joined us, and I know for you guys who've been with us this whole time, I keep repeating myself, but I know people keep joining. So I just want to make sure everybody's updated. We are flying for Blue Arrow Charters FSeconomy group in the TBM 900. We originally took off out of Georgia, and we took 6 passengers. Actually, we took off in Georgia, had to make a quick stop because we were extremely low on fuel. Our airplane, our newly acquired TBM that we got on FSeconomy, had like 7% fuel or something crazy, and so we had to go to a different airport to get fuel. We got the fuel, and we continued on to Orlando. It's about just under 200-mile flight, and we're a little high actually. So let's descend. I just realized our inertial separator is still on. Let's turn it off. We only want to go up to 8,500, not 9,000. Not that it matters. Again, we're VFR, so we can really fly whatever altitude we like. That's the freedom of VFR. Alt key, what do I use for my setup? I think that's what you're trying to ask. I use a lot of things, so I'm not sure which to tell you. For my joystick, I'm just using a Thrustmaster 16,000. It comes with a throttle set. Oh wow, is that you, Jello? That just flew over me. Flew by like a jet, man. And then what else do I have? That's basically it in a computer. I don't have a bunch of stuff. I have a Track IR. That's one other thing that I have. Infamous Beats. We'll be on that tomorrow. I am not.
Traffic, 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's cool.
Low, 1 mile.
I didn't know it actually said that out loud. That's really cool. I am not a pilot at the moment, no. I'm hoping to get my wings soon. I don't know how soon that means, but I'm hoping to get my wings this year. Somehow. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that, but hopefully sometime this year I'll get my wings and get started with my training and all that. But I am not a real pilot. And don't worry, man. I like it when you guys ask questions. It keeps me going, keeps me talking, gives me things to talk about. So feel free. Never feel shy or embarrassed to ask a question, no matter how basic or complicated it is. If I know the answer, I'll answer it. If I don't, I will send you somewhere else to get a better answer somewhere. So let me see if I can trim this thing out. There we go. So now I can literally, like, autopilot's not even on, but the plane is almost level. It's actually still leaning to the left. We need to turn that way anyways. But I'm trimming the plane out so that I don't have to put so much yoke input. But we are, it says 17 minutes out and only, I don't know how many miles we are away. But I'm loving this weather right now. It's smooth up here at 8,000. Thank you, Alt-Key. F-18 is life, man, for sure. I really wanna do, I almost did a DCS World stream last night in the F-18 Hornet. Almost did it. Matter of fact, I actually was gonna end up flying a helicopter, actually. That's actually how it almost ended up going, but I decided instead of streaming I would still play but learn a bit more on how to do things, because there was some things that I wasn't sure about, and I knew that you guys might want to ask me what this is, what that is. I also didn't want to be running around like I didn't know what the heck I was doing while I'm streaming, so it's good to do some research. It's like we have a bit more cloud cover over there in the direction of Tampa. Thank you, Lawson Hughes. Thank you for that. Props, man. Infinite Flight does not come on PC. Man, these views, like, I could just fly around for a long time out here. Still flying it by hand. I have not turned on autopilot. All I've done is trim the plane out a little bit. As far as the altitude, I haven't trimmed it up. I haven't trimmed the wings out. I've only trimmed the aileron. Is the TBM frame per second heavy? Not anymore. When it first was released, it was extremely heavy. I could tell that they tried to optimize it, but it wasn't optimized enough when it was first originally released. But now it runs beautifully. It's so smooth. And I have friends of mine who also fly the TBM who had problems in the past with their TBM being really heavy on frames, but they definitely fixed it. They've done, like, I don't know, 10, 15 updates since this thing's come out. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's been a bunch of updates, and they keep making it better. They keep making it more user-friendly, frames per second friendly, all that stuff. All right, let's get back on course a little bit. Another thing we were talking about before we landed in Orlando about having the clouds in the right place. One thing that's cool about the clouds being in the right place is that you can actually fly around them and over them and under them. I know the exterior view's loud. I'm just not going to talk out there. Who's that up there? Is that you? In the, were you flying a Caravan? I think that's what you said. You said you were flying a Caravan. Yeah, we're almost there, actually. We can probably start descending now. We are 44 miles out. My favorite aircraft is on the airliner side is a 787.
Traffic. 5 o'clock. High. Less than 1 mile.
Wait, 5 o'clock is this way. My favorite GA plane is, like in real life, is probably the King Air. Either the 200 or the C90. I think either of them are equally amazing. I kind of put my favorite planes in categories. I also have my favorite private jet is the Challenger 600. And what else? My favorite fighter jet is the F-16. But I also really like the F-18. Yes, sir, I am transporting passengers. Right now I have 6 passengers behind us, and we're all just enjoying the view right now.
Traffic. 6 o'clock.
Look at this, we
High.
can fly right between
Less
these
than
clouds.
1 mile.
Yes, I use tilt on Infinite Flight. Yeah, it's not one of the cheapest. It's probably one of the more. It's probably, yeah, I think it is the most expensive GA plane out right now. 4X plane. What is this little area?
Traffic.
But when you fly
6
it and you
o'clock.
see the systems and the
High.
things that
Less than 1 mile.
it does, like in my opinion, I think it's fairly priced. Alright, we're descending. We're down at 4,500. It's actually still pretty smooth skies out here at this altitude.
Traffic. 5 o'clock. High. Less than
Mr.
1 mile.
Infinite Flights, I am from Texas, Houston, Texas. How far are we? Alright, what's the weather? Let's get some weather information from this airport. So weather is 280 at 11.
High. Less than 1
Broken
mile.
2,800. 296. Alright, looks good. We'll maintain about 2,500 until we enter into the pattern. Winds 280. We will look at the chart for KPI to find out where we're gonna be landing at. So much smoother. This flight is so much smoother than that first one was. Like as far as winds and stuff like that. That first flight was so, well, I should say at low altitude, the first flight was so bumpy. Let's put some throttle in because we're getting a little too low, too slow. Trimmer out there. Hold on, I didn't see your question. I was trying to look at the chart. Alright, so we will land on runway. Ooh, I like the 18 approach. We'll land on runway 18. Alright, got that jello. Landing runway 18. I'm gonna go ahead and announce we're inbound. 31
6
miles.
o'clock.
Actually, I'll
altitude.
do that later
Less
because
than
there's
1
no
mile.
reason to announce you're inbound at 30 miles in a TBM. So once we get closer, I'll let everybody know on Unicon that we're landing on runway 18. And what is the traffic pattern?
Traffic. 5 o'clock. Same altitude. Less than 1 mile.
We'll do right traffic. And we should see Tampa. Matter of fact, we might. Oh, actually, yeah. Doing the right. I don't know. Doing right traffic might actually give us a nice little scenic route to see the Tampa Bay itself. Fly over Tampa Bay. What time am I streaming in my part of America? It is 1:36 p.m. Don't see the airport yet. I'm not doing a good job. Zoom level 17. Let me see. Let me take a look, Mr. D. Given how close we are to Tampa Bay, it could be either 17 or 16. I can't remember. I did this tile a long time ago. Yeah, usually, like areas that I really like Tampa Bay, like Orlando, like Miami, I kind of make a big area around it, pretty like 17. And then I might do the actual airfield at 18. But judging by how it looks, I mean, it looks pretty darn good from this low. We're only at 4,000 feet.
Traffic. 6 o'clock. High. Less
Is that
than
our
1
airport right
mile.
there? No, it's not. It's not our airport. It's a different airport. Uh-oh. 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 Pull back. Last thing we want is a last-minute engine failure. Alright, guys. We are 20 miles out now. This is some other airport. I don't know what it is. We actually directly over Tampa Bay. Oh, and there's downtown Tampa. In real life, we would need to get clearance into the Class Bravo. There is no ATC online, so we will not have to worry about that. We're gonna bust right through that Class Bravo airspace, right down the center of it. Xavier, good to see you, man. I can see the wing. Wait, I don't know. I don't understand what you're asking. How can I see the wings from the TBM? I have preset camera views I've created using X camera for like different wing views and stuff. I mean, the planes that I fly a lot, I have a ton of preset cameras. So I have different. I have this one actually is my track IR view. So when I have my track IR on, I can look my head left and right from this view, so I can look out the window and whatnot.
Traffic. 6 o'clock. Low. 1 mile.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm glad that the ortho looks good. I worked pretty hard on it. We will circle in from the bay over at Tampa Bay. Matter of fact, this right here. I don't know which one of these is Tampa. Neither, actually. This is not Tampa. This is something else. This is something else. There's a lot of airports over here on the bay. Tampa's over to our right. And I know I'm low. I'm just kind of sightseeing
Traffic.
now. Taking
6
advantage of the
o'clock.
fact that there's no
High. Less than 1 mile.
ATC. Look at that. I've never noticed that. Look on the screen on synthetic vision. You can actually see where the buildings are. I think that's downtown. Oh, that's dope. Don't worry, the passengers like this kind of stuff. That is cool. I've never noticed. I've never flown a TBM this close to like a area like this. And I have my objects turned all the way up, so we're getting a little bit of stutters as I get into these extremely crowded areas. Okay. Alright, I think that is our airport over there on our right wing, I think. No, that's Tampa. This is Tampa right here. This is Tampa Bay International. We're going to fly over it. We're already inside of the Class Bravo of Tampa, so might as well take advantage. Watch my speed not go too slow. We'll fly right over Tampa Bay International, and then we'll join the right downwind for runway 18 at St. Petersburg. Man, the weather was perfect for this today. Now, this Tampa scenery I have outside of obviously the ortho imagery you see down there, which looks really darn good actually. The buildings and stuff itself is all default X-plane. I don't have any. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have any payware or freeware scenery for this region. I used to have. We can make a right turn and turn back around. I used to have scenery for Miami. I used to have Miami XP, but I think it was bad on frames, and it was also it didn't look as good as I was hoping it would look. So I uninstalled it. I'm thinking about getting one of those newer sceneries from Miami, not the XP, but getting the Miami International one. But I really haven't been flying there that much lately, so I don't really see a good reason for me to get it. When it comes to me buying scenery, I have to be either when I buy scenery, it's either specifically for a video or it's for because I fly there a lot, or it's just amazing. There's that too. Currently I'm going 216 indicated, 228 is ground speed. Alright, so where's St. Petersburg? St. Petersburg should be off to our 3 o'clock. Who was that? That was a really good question, actually. Aviator, do you think it's worth it to become a pilot? I mean, with all this new technology coming out, I believe it'll ruin aviation because of sophisticated autopilot. I don't believe so. I think we are still, even though we have drones and stuff like that, I still think we are a long way, like generations maybe even, away from unmanned passenger carrying things that fly. You know what I'm saying? I think we're a long way from that still. I mean, I know they're talking about like Uber and like these people trying to get their whole like drones to deliver things and get flying cars and stuff like that, which is cool, and cars that drive themselves. But when it comes to like taking passengers from here to there, like I just don't see the Boeing 7 or the Boeing 800 being a wow, look at that water, being a unmanned aircraft. I think pilots will have a job for a very long time. So I do think it is worth it to become a pilot, especially if it's your dream. If that's something you're passionate about, I say definitely go for it. I keep hearing all over the place that there's a pilot shortage, and I'm even hearing real pilots say that this is the perfect time to get into aviation because there really is a pilot shortage. Matter of fact, on one of my flights that I did recently, I wasn't flying, but I was a passenger, and I was talking to the pilot. He allowed me to come into the cockpit and take some pictures, and I was talking to him a little bit. He actually said that he even trained at the airport close to me. And anyway, so he was just saying that a lot of people are retiring. You know, that's the main reason. That's the main reason why it's good to get into aviation now, is because there's a lot of people retiring. A lot of the people who were flying before, there's the airport right there. Found it. And that's where we were supposed to be landing at, I think. No, this one. So we're going to cross. We're going to transition over directly up the airport, go into a right downwind, right base, and 1A right over there. So like I was saying, a lot of people are retiring. Like the pilots just they keep going. Like they fly into their freaking old and dusty. And that's why it was hard before to get jobs in the airline industry, because the pilots never quit, you know, and there's not a lot of accidents happening, so they're not dying either. Oh, thank God. But now a lot of those pilots are old and they're retiring, so there's places to move up, and a lot of people are moving up. A lot of the CFIs are moving up as well, so there's a lot of positions opening up for people to get jobs for aviation. Personally, I want to get into aviation for the fun of it, for the freedom, for the I wouldn't say freedom, but for the fun of it, just to fly, just because I love flying. I already have a career. I already have that. I wouldn't mind doing some charter type flights, but I'm not really honestly trying to become a actual Airbus A320 pilot or anything like that. It's not the kind of lifestyle I am looking forward to. And somebody was asking about Infinite Flight and their subscription system. I personally don't have a problem with it. I know that you kept asking it, so that is your answer. That's my personal thing. I personally don't like subscriptions because I don't like monthly payments.
6 o'clock.
That is with anything. It doesn't matter.
1 mile.
Websites, games, whatever. I personally don't, but I think that it's a great game, and I completely understand why it is priced the way it is priced, so I have no problem with it. If you do, just don't buy it. Do Aerofly if it's 2019, get X-Plane, whatever, one-time payment. Alright guys, I'm going to be quiet on the chat now. Let's go ahead and land this thing. We're on right base, runway 18 right. I think the gear is down. Nope, gear's not down. Gear down. Oh, we have traffic right in front of us too.
Think rate. Pull up.
Hey, you hush.
Pull up.
I know what I'm doing.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, this is a beautiful approach. Look at that water on both sides. That is
Think
cool.
rate.
I did not plan that. Be honest with you. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is a lot less turbulent, less gusty. There's still a crosswind.
Think rate. Think rate.
Oh shoot,
Think
it's almost
rate.
2 o'clock. I just
Think rate.
realized I gotta be somewhere in 10 minutes. Put her down, put her down, put her down, down. And there we go. That's how you finish a stream. Whew. Alright guys, welcome to St. Petersburg, just outside of Tampa Bay, Florida. Still in the bay though, that was a really cool approach. Alright, manual braking. Brakes got a little hot. We'll go ahead and park it. I don't know where GA parking is or the FBO. So we're just gonna park anywhere we feel like it. And apparently this taxiway is closed, but we're gonna take it anyways. What that big X means, it means don't go this way. Just broke the rules, broke the law. Alright, flaps up. See Jello still up in the air. Mr. Jello. Is that how, am I saying that name right? This was a terminal is. Where would the GA would, yeah, GA is over here on the right. Alright, flaps up, we'll turn the taxi range on. I didn't even turn my land lights on. Oh well. Strobe weren't, well, the strobes weren't on either. That is horrible. What happened to the taxiway? It was supposed to be a taxiway here, and on the 3D scenery, it's not there. So, it thinks we're taxiing through the grass. Yeah, I agree with Starly. Like, they're still producing, like, A320s, 737s. Like, they have years of orders still to fulfill. So, that's not going to be going away anytime soon. There's a C90 on the, yeah, on the ramp. Alright, let's get this thing parked so we can watch the replay. I am late for something. Yeah, I need to let them know. Dang it, that's not good. Darn. How long have we been going? Alright, we're parking right here. Alright, we made it. Jacko, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. And let's turn off. It gets really mad when I turn the engines off without turning the air conditioner off. So, there you go. Happy. Nice, that was a good flight. I think I like the second flight more. Well, I don't know. I like both of these flights. Both of these flights were really fun to me. I really liked the views we got to see. I really liked everything about it. Alright, engines are off. The thing about the TBM is you have to turn all the switches off. Like, you literally have to do that, because when you reload the plane in, any switch that is left flipped up will still be there when you get back. And sometimes it's not good to leave those things on. Well, certain things really need to not be left on. Alright, everything is going off. The lights. Alright, cool. Alright, chalk's on, and FSE passengers will be delivered. Get money. Got some good money making flights today. Not like a ton. I could make more money in a King Air, but still making good money. It's nice to make some money and still have fun flying. And of course he's late. What's up, Sauce King? All right, replay time. You're here right in time for the replay. I'm gonna disconnect from Squawk Box Jello. I know you're in a Ghost C172. And let's take a look. Oh man. Can I fly to Brazil someday? You should watch my other video where I did do that. Have you not? Have you? Wow, it's almost been 3 hours. Yeah, I did a long. Let me turn this down. All right, there we go. I did a long haul flight, Houston to Rio. I don't know. I probably posted that maybe a few months ago. So if you haven't seen it, you'll definitely enjoy it if you're from Brazil. So check it out. It's not. I did a long haul, but I didn't like stream the entire flight as a recording. So with music and all that stuff. So check it out. Let me know what you think. But I want to fly to Brazil again because I actually have some pretty cool scenery out there too. All right, replay time. Forward, go forward. Oh, that's so cool. Sydney would be a great flight too. I have never flown there on. Oh, I say that's a lie. I haven't flown there in an extremely long time on X-Plane 11. By the way, this landing rate was a negative 0.25. So 25 feet per minute. That's soft. Good thing they don't rate your taxi skills. Alright, from the ground. Man, today was Crosswind City. Every landing had a crosswind. That was definitely our best landing today, minus that part. Yeah, I completely forgot to turn my landing lights on. Yeah, man, go for it. Go for it. I've been thinking about myself joining ATC for VATSIM as well. Not really sure how to go about that yet. Nice. Yeah, that was a good landing right there. Sauce King, use them both at the same time. They do different things. Just turn off certain sounds that you don't want to hear. Alright, let's see. We did that. We did that. Let's do... we didn't do a wing view this time. Let's do right wing. Yeah, right leg. That's good. What is today? Thursday? This is a guy who always sends me work and always wants it like the next day. Which is okay sometimes, but it's just funny. couldn't send it to me on Monday. Not bad. All right, guys. Well, I definitely, as always, appreciate you guys hanging out with me and flying with me, riding with me, chilling with me, whatever it is you're doing, wherever you are. Sorry I didn't get to do I didn't do shoutouts today, but I really do need to go. It's getting to that time that everybody is trying to contact me, and I'm already late for things that I already committed to. So this was a really fun flight. I'm glad I did it. I was really debating on doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. You guys are amazing. Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will hopefully see you tomorrow at Friday Night Flight. Peace. Yeah, I like cut out all a second. Peace. See ya. Oh yeah.